a great day to be alive on this Tuesday. Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust. Free as a bee.
Yeah.
Next to me is Kyle Wallace. Not as free, but free as a bee.
Smooth as a baby's bottom, baby.
Wearing his sweatpants to work today, and that is because we paid off a debt long overdue.
Gotta breathe, they said. I gotta let it breathe.
Just in time to do it all over again, because I saw Gabe Neitzel, Stephen Watson, Greg Matzek have all joined up their efforts to raise money for their 100 holes of golf. And if you donate, it goes to the MAC Fund, which is how we got where we are today. Brad Nortman also here with us, longtime NFL punter. Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, Strophy running the show. You, KBN Nation at 800-990-3776, or watching us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. So just about a year ago, we were fundraising for the MAC Fund, and somebody wanted to see us in pain for the good of the MAC Fund, which I'm totally good with. $1,000 was donated. We got up to $3,000 for the show, and Brad so happened to be out of town.
Oh, lucky me.
That Kyle and I, or basically me, had offered up that we would get a Brazilian wax, and Kyle did consent and say, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a little bit of pull. Come on, Kyle. You got to do it. It's the MAC. You don't like the support.
So now you're mocking the MAC Fund.
No,
Wonderful.
I'm mocking you because that's what you do. You know, if I say, I don't know, then I get this peer pressure. I keep falling into peer pressure. I used to be so great at saying no to drugs. I was great when it came to dare, but Ben Brust has found a way to take all my money and now take my hair.
Was the Brazilian wax a brainchild of Ben Brust, or did someone from KBN Nation suggest it?
I don't.
Because it's a very strange thing to come up out of thin air to say, I know Brazilian wax.
Yeah, probably KBN Nation probably said that.
I mean,
talking text.
I don't remember. I really don't remember, but I'm glad it happened.
It had to be Ben.
It probably was my
so.
crazy mind that was like, you know what? Brazilian waxes. Let's get
somebody
clean.
donate $1,000 right now. 800-990-3776 for the MAC Fund. Somebody donate $1,000. Me,
what am I, an
Ben
auctioneer?
Ben Brust, I'll get a wax. Me and Kyle will get a wax. Wait a minute. What? Come on, Kyle. I said, okay, I guess. I won't be pressured into it.
I mean, without listening back a year ago to the show that we raised that money, I mean, it's not too far off of how I imagine it probably going.
Yeah.
So it happened yesterday. Race down Fond du Lac in the Milwaukee area.
Oh, you went down Fond du Lac. I took the freeway. That's smart. The freeway's backed up.
I went straight down it, and people were making their own lanes, and I was following along.
You probably felt right at home.
I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
And so I got there, and, you get there, you sign in, they ask you a couple questions. Right, you're good to go. They'll come grab you.
Yeah, quick.
I mean, they grab you, Kyle.
Nah, man.
And then it's just like, drop the pants.
Dog, yes. She dropped them. She said, you can go ahead, just drop them. I said, just drop them. Wait a minute. Now she said, no, drop your pants, drop your drawers. So I was like,
it was like, okay.
Within how much of walking through the
10
door?
seconds.
Listen, Brad. I said, wait a minute. I said, just like, just everything. She said, yeah, you got to take it.
You don't even want to shake my hand?
Yeah. Sit pretzel style. Go ahead, get naked.
Pretzel style.
Ben, did you sit pretzel style?
I mean, I was more
She said,
wide open.
She told me crisscross applesauce and sit up here.
Wait, why?
You didn't.
How do you wax crisscross applesauce?
Were you saying crisscross applesauce the whole time?
She had me crisscross applesauce.
The entire time?
Man, she was punishing you. I felt way more comfortable than that.
All the areas in crisscross
she did
applesauce.
Well, you got to move around, but she said, yeah, crisscross applesauce. My legs. I mean, obviously my legs were moving.
Did she wax the legs?
No, that was
the internal, the thigh, the internal thigh.
Did you
part.
get the whole wax?
Yeah, I got the whole wax.
Rumors have told me you didn't get the full wax.
Well, listen.
Over to the KBN Sports Desk with Alex Stroh.
Per my sources, Kyle skipped what we'll call the family jewels, the fellas.
That would be accurate.
So once again, here we are. I followed through the whole thing, and I jumped into Lake Michigan when the Packers made the playoffs. I go under the water. I do the whole Brazilian wax, and now Kyle doesn't follow through.
I could not believe, and you'll hear it in here, KBN Nation, when she told me that I said, he did the what? She said, so you want to do the the family jewels? I said, no. I said, did he do that? She said, yeah. I said, he did. She said, yeah. I said, well, I guess he beat me.
All right. Let's get to the audio. I recorded myself the entire time. I sent some snippets to.
It's crazy. You did your family jewels. So you got a kid. I can't risk anything happening. I don't have a seed out
You
here.
don't think she's a pro?
You said what?
You don't think she's a pro?
Listen, I can't risk.
I did ask her if anything happened. Like, is she qualified to, fix everything? She goes, oh, yeah, I've been trained on that. But we were good to go.
My favorite part is that Kyle is acting like he's the first person in history
To ever
get a Brazilian.
And now look, Zerbal Concrete texts in, boo, Kyle, that wasn't the deal.
Listen, Zerbal Concrete. Listen, if you want, I'll show you a picture of the mound. Now, don't get it twisted.
No, sit
The mound's
down
the
and put
easiest
your
part.
shirt back
Wait,
down.
Stop saying that word.
What do you mean? I can't. Well, I can't say nothing. What am I
You
supposed
can't.
to call it?
You're on. You.
Let's start with the man who followed through on all of it, shall we? Ben Brust awaiting the warm wax.
All right, here we are for $1,000 donated. I am currently in a position I never thought I would be in. And, oh gosh, there's something going on. It's hot wax?
Yeah.
Woo! And now the wax is on. I'm just going to record it all, and I know who's ever going to edit out the stupid parts.
So, number one, whoever's going to edit this,
Strofe.
what's that supposed to mean?
Well, I mean, like, I edited the video, like, I chopped up the videos, but I meant, like, I had a feeling I was going to have some explicits yelled.
And second off, why would I ever edit out the stupid parts?
Well, that's the thing, is I think there's probably a lot of stupid parts that I realized in the moment that I was saying, I was like, oh no, this is going to be played tomorrow. And here's clip one of an actual waxing.
At this point, everybody usually just tries to calm down as best as possible. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it?
It's like a 7, 8.
First time is always going to be worse because you don't know what to expect, and then also hairs are going to be a lot tougher due to wax or due to shaving and stuff like that. So
Oh,
Shaving, huh?
me. Oh, shit.
Wow.
Am I looking good?
yes, sir.
Wow, you had a potty
You,
mouth.
you can hear the rippage, but Kyle talked
Yeah, Kyle
over it.
talked right over the rippage, man. You
sorry.
didn't follow through, and now you're ruining this.
Yeah, because you shaved before you went there.
Shaving and stuff like that. So
Oh, me. Oh,
Did she do the old, 1, 2?
No,
pulled it
she
out?
she
Mid-sentence?
said I was basically talking to you to distract you because she knew that one was going to be brutal.
Wait, she didn't ask
She
you?
played me.
That's a pro.
Wait, she didn't ask you if you wanted a 3-2-1? She asked me, and I said, no, girl, just do your thing.
No, I think I was talking manically so much she knew she couldn't give me the
Yeah,
3, 2,
She
1.
read the room.
You guys were really going back and forth. Here's another example.
no, some of them hurt. Like, oh, ah! Oh. That was just the right side?
yep, this is the right side. And then we got one more side, and then we'll be all done.
Oh.
She had a little bit of a cackle, a little bit of a diabolical
She's laughing at me?
Yeah,
she.
I wasn't
Play it
thinking
again.
about what she was
Play it
doing.
again. After that rip, she's got a little bit of a
No,
giggle.
some of them hurt. Like, oh! Ah!
She's laughing at me. Oh no.
Oh.
I mean, you are funny. I mean, but, I'm with you.
I
I'm a
don't
brother-
want to hear from
I'm
you.
a brother in pain with you.
You're not.
So
I mean,
you didn't get the jewels.
Yeah, the jewels can't be touched.
we'll
My
get-
jewels
we'll get-
are too precious.
We're going to get to the jewels in just a moment, but you notice Ben very animated as he's getting waxed.
Oh, yeah.
So Ben, loving him some Ben, wants to know, am I screaming louder than other patients you've had?
Am I screaming normal, easy, or loud?
I'd say pretty medium.
Medium. All right. I just don't want to be the worst.
Oh no, you're definitely not the worst. I was like, we've had a lot worse.
Do you have the person after me?
Just one person.
Is his name Kyle?
They have him down as Brian.
Yes, that's Kyle.
Okay.
That's my co-host.
Perfect. So yeah, he's gonna be down with us.
You can compare screams.
Did you scream?
Not as loudly as you. You know, I took it like a G. What can I
Oh
say?
yeah, did you? Because you did the whole waxing.
Well, I mean, listen, if she
The
would've-
part where I was screaming the loudest was the part that you didn't do.
Yeah, hell, like I said, I couldn't do that. I couldn't risk all of a sudden she said, we got an emergency, cold red. No, Not with my
Kyle
babe.
Brust and Nortman
Not
across
with my
ESPN
babe.
Wisconsin, 800-990-3776. You're listening to the after effects during the waxing, the Brazilian wax that I did fully, that Kyle didn't fully follow through.
I followed through enough.
How many rips were there? Like 8?
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, maybe 8, something like that. What you Ben probably had a couple more for the
12
jewels.
to 14 probably
Oh,
for me.
man.
Yeah.
You did a lot more than you,
like that.
Kyle.
I only have one clip from Ben left, and it is the Holy Grail.
Oh.
It is the main event, some would say. We've referred to them, I believe, as the Family Jewels, the Fellas, the Rocks. This is the part Kyle didn't do.
Yes, sir, I did not.
I have many more clips from Kyle because he is just a strange individual, which we will get to next segment. Here is the main event, Ben Brust and the Family Jewels.
Does that one hurt a lot?
Actually, they say that the doesn't actually hurt.
Oh! Woo! Yeah, I mean, I'm tough, right? Right? Bird?
You didn't kick me yet. So
No, I ain't never. Oh, yeah! Woo!
The octave was pretty high.
Yeah, because she set me up again. She said I said afterwards, you
actually,
lied.
they say that the doesn't actually hurt.
She lied.
Oh, my God.
You hear that rip?
That was the loudest rip yet. I would not
Actually, they say that the doesn't actually hurt.
Oh!
Oh, hell no.
put that was loud.
Listen, I would have cried. Ain't no way in the world she would have been doing that to me. Not my jewels.
I give you a ton of credit. I'm not sure if I'd be able to do that spot either.
Actually, they say that the doesn't actually hurt.
Oh my
I
gosh.
got
Sound like
PTSD.
she ripped a piece of paper.
It
Like,
does.
It sound. This is a piece of paper. That's what it sounds like.
Oh yeah, you would know what it
No,
sounds like until you listen to it right now.
I wouldn't know what the stuff that them sound like. No, not
Man,
them
I'm
boys.
starting
Gosh.
to get stressed again thinking about all this.
Actually, they say that the doesn't actually hurt.
Oh my God!
God, that
That's a
sounds
sound effect.
horrifying.
That is a legitimately sound effect. They can put that on YouTube as a sound effect. And that's
Are you enjoying this, Alex Stroh?
Having so much fun.
Was there even a lot of hair there?
I had her show me.
Yeah, I was having a show too.
Kyle, we're going to hear you ask to see your hair in a little bit.
Oh,
no.
that is such a
Ben,
gross
I
question.
got to give you credit, Benny. You handled it like a champ, and you really weren't that weird about it.
Like, I mean, you have no other choice.
Oh, yeah, you do, because your counterpart was
He
really
was weird about
How was I weird about it? I thought her and I just, had a great conversation.
We're gonna find out next after Brad tells us about Carbless.
Well, that is right. Listening
I
to-
swear, I have PTSD listening to this.
Yeah, listening
I
to this,
imagine.
I need to take the edge off, and carbless is a go-to way to do that I love at the Nortman Estate. And the flavors of 2025. Listen up. If you haven't grabbed them already at your local grocer or wherever you get your ready-to-drink cocktails, grab the Tropical Bliss Variety Pack. We're talking blood orange, watermelon, raspberry, and grapefruit. It feels like a mini vacation in every sip. Not only that, but the mango vodka cocktail is crisp, it's clean, it's delicious. It feels like fresh mangoes under a bright sun in every single can. It's everything that you love, that I love about Carbless. Low carbonation, but always high on flavor. Zero sugar, zero carbs, zero gluten, and just 100 calories. You know how much I value that from a feel-good and a calorie intake perspective. Based right here in the great state of Wisconsin, Carbless is continuing to show why less is more. So make sure you grab them when you circle through your grocer like I just did over this last weekend. I'm always keeping Carbless in the Nortman fridge.
So as we've learned here, Kyle Wallace did not follow through completely with the full Brazilian wax.
Be very specific.
On the Carbless Talking text line, all of the Kyle Wallace accountability folks are chiming in. Kyle needs to forfeit his Packer share and his man card, and it continues to come in.
Hush.
No, you didn't follow through.
Oh, hush.
And
Listen.
you're saying now hush to Zerbal Concrete,
No.
who just texted in, who is disappointed. He donated for the full experience, and then you decide that you're better than his money going to charity. You're selfish.
Zerbal Concrete, listen.
No, get him on a truck, get him on the field, get him working
Oh, wow. Okay. Oof.
in
Wow.
concrete.
Wow. Wow. Listen, if Zerbal Concrete isn't satisfied, I can show him the pictures. Listen, it was a magnificent
so that's your solution?
I want
That's
people
your
to see
solution?
the work. This woman didn't work on me. It's amazing. I went and got a haircut.
I hate you.
little fade, little ball
Fraud
fade.
Kyle
More than a fade.
Wallace.
It was a ball fade.
Fraud Kyle Wallace and his waxing videos / audio, since we're not sharing the videos.
Share the video. I want the video.
Make it OnlyFans.
Oh, man.
Coming up next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
And make sure everyone's tuning in when we do this, because y'all's faces are going to be like,
It better be sweet.
If you think I'm going to act like that for oatmeal, you're outside your damn
you've never
mind.
had Brad Nortman's oatmeal.
It's not
Yeah, but I've
Quaker,
also
is
had
it?
chocolate chip
No,
pancakes
no,
with butter
organic.
and syrup that make me go, oh, baby, oatmeal ain't going to do that.
You'll be surprised. I'm going to do a variety.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance. World-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe. June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some great news from my friends at Bank 59. For a limited time, you can earn as much as 4.8% on one of their CD specials. With 9, 17, and 25-month options, you're sure to find a CD that fits your needs while you earn a great return. It's simply another way Bank 59 is making lives better in our communities. Hurry, these high rates won't last long. Check out bank59.com/CD for more details. Member FDIC.
No shortcuts, no compromises, just the job done right. At Exterior Pros, we don't just meet expectations, we crush them. Every nail, every window, every shingle is a step toward your home's next chapter. From the moment we start until that final reveal, we're committed to making your home better than ever. Quality products and craftsmanship you can count on. Go to the pros for your next project. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274.
Some road trips are about the journey, others are where they take you. And sometimes, the best destinations are just across the Wisconsin border. There you'll find Higher Love stands out with the largest selection of products at an unbeatable value, making every trip worth it. Less than an hour from Green Bay and just over 2 from Milwaukee, Higher Love in Menominee is closer than you think. Come see why they are voted best in Michigan. Also find them in Ironwood or any of their 9 UP locations. Start your trip at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
At -196, we start with whole lemons, nothing wasted. Each one is flash frozen in liquid nitrogen to a jaw-dropping -196 degrees Celsius, locking in the freshest flavor. Then we crush it, not just juice, the entire fruit, turned into fine particles and infused into premium vodka. The result? A crystal clear, bold lemon flavor like nothing you've tasted. -196. Freeze, crush, infuse. The ultimate refreshment. Available now. Please drink responsibly.
She's different and special and loaded with personality.
And there's one more thing, but you can't explain it in words.
She's the one.
She's the one.
The one.
You know it.
Your friends know it.
The whole world knows it.
We curated a special selection of engagement rings for her.
Can you guess what we call it?
We call it the One Collection by Kessler's.
Because these engagement rings are different.
And special.
And loaded with personality.
And one more thing. But you can't explain it in words.
Engagement rings in the One Collection start at just $725.
But some of them are more.
A lot more.
But we've got you covered.
First, we have 12 months financing at 0%. Or
second, we have 36 months financing at 9.99%, both with approved credit.
Third, we have second chance financing if you need someone to give you a second chance.
And don't forget the Kessler's warranty.
The strongest warranty of any jewelry store in the world.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
For your next night out, revel in the fusion of artistry and flavor with Sushi at St. Kate, offering guests an elevated experience where freshness and creativity converge in every bite. St. Kate the Arts Hotel introduces an exciting new sushi menu to its culinary repertoire. Indulge in the finest seafood, freshest ingredients, and expert craftsmanship for an inspired and delectable dining journey. Experience the art of sushi at St. Kate and learn more at stkatearts.com.
You're listening to Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
bikini body.
Didn't go all the way into Lake Michigan. Didn't get the full wax. Meet Kyle. Half-ass Wallace. Just like his fandom, Kyle does everything halfway. Carbless talking text line.
Can I did 90% of it. I left the 2 jewels out. Like, KBN Nation, how sick and cruel are you?
It's not about sick and cruel. It's about paying a debt.
No, I did pay the debt.
You didn't. It's like you owed somebody $100 and you gave them $90.
I'm happy to show anybody and everybody what it looks like.
Okay, now you're getting a little weird about the wanting to show people.
Yeah, you've offered that.
Brought it up
at least 10 times.
You know, when you do something different, you know what I'm saying? You want to show everybody, hey, look what I did, guys. We're like show and tell. Like, hey, let me show you this and tell you what happened.
This isn't show and
this
tell.
Show and tell would wind you up in
jail.
No.
Indecent exposure.
I'm not trying to give. I'm just the top end.
Yeah, like we said.
It's very smooth. Ben, when you go use the bathroom, is it just different?
Have you never groomed?
Oh, I don't. Not like this. No. You're bald. I got Michael Jordan head down there. What are you talking about? I just look down there and there's nothing.
The disrespect that you put on Michael Jordan's name, comparing him.
For those who missed it, I paid the debt. Kyle paid 90% of it, which I would say is probably only 75% considering the jewels were the hardest part.
Hair coverage. I got the majority of the hair.
800-990-3776 on the Carbless talk and text line. Yes, Christopher, the rip sounded pretty long. It was. It hurt. Diana McGuanago, Kyle's #1 fan. Please hold him accountable for all the times you hold me accountable.
Dirty D.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, you don't, Ben. You just kind of insulted Kyle's fan base, which means you insulted me.
Speak up, Queen.
Oh, wow.
Speak up, Queen.
All right, well, there's one of you at least, Diana. We can say that.
Yep, there is. And don't ever forget it.
Don't y'all ever forget it. That's my queen right there. That's Queen D right there.
What about baby girl? She's not your queen?
No, I mean, there's levels to this.
Okay,
right?
okay. I don't want to get it confused.
No, baby
here.
girl is the queen. She's just
a queen.
One of
another queen.
Diana McWanago is the epitome of that trend online that says if Kyle Wallace has 100 fans, I have one of them. If Kyle Wallace has 5 fans, I am one of them. If Kyle Wallace has 1 fan, I am one of them. If Kyle Wallace has no fans, I am dead.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
You've never heard
that
this
going to
before?
go.
I would love to hear the awkward interactions now.
Yeah,
I mean, we heard full rips. I mean, okay, for those, maybe play the Holy Grail rip from me, so for those who are just joining us, know what it actually was like to experience the full wax.
Actually, they say that the doesn't actually hurt.
Oh! God,
it takes my breath away.
Did you bleed after that?
No.
Man. She said I wasn't hydrated enough. That's why I wasn't bleeding.
Now, Kyle Wallace, I have no idea what the hell happened in the room with you. Let's listen in.
All right, KBN Nation, we're here. Got myself mentally prepared as I took the half-hour drive. It's almost go time. Oh, my God.
You've been taking it. They've been taking it easy on you.
I ain't been taking it easy. You hear this nonsense? You see how Ben tried to set me up, y'all? He tried to set me up.
He said, what happened with Lake Michigan?
Nah, what happened with Lake Michigan is what's called. We couldn't, it was dirty water.
Again,
excuses.
I did say that Kyle Wallace has gotten out of everything that he's been punished for or committed to, and I said he didn't go fully under Lake Michigan. And she asked him,
telling all my business.
No, it's KBN Nation's business. It's all of our business.
She ain't wasn't part of KBN Nation. I hope
she is
not.
now.
I hope she don't be listening to the show, looking at us, knowing all our business.
See, you're so self-conscious. Who cares? She's been doing it for 4 years.
Oh, you knew. Oh, you asked her that, huh?
Yeah, I wanted to know if I was working with a professional. I didn't want a first-timer. I think that's a fair question. How long have you been doing this?
My first day.
Yeah, oh, great. I can't wait to be your first one.
I
did say, hey, make sure he follows through on everything because he tends to get out of things. And here's more from Kyle Wallace.
When the night falls. It's a great song, y'all.
So you came at the right day?
Oh, my Lord. Oh my gosh.
I want to feel it.
Oh, no.
Yay.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
You're so weird.
Okay.
Your hairs are actually healthy.
Ooh, y'all hear that? Very healthy. Very healthy. I'm healthy.
Wow.
He starts with singing into my hairs are healthy.
Did you hear him? He started to go, ooh, and she started singing that?
Yeah, she started singing it.
She's mocking both of you.
I mean, it's a great song. I told her, oh, this is a good song. I love that song. When you hear the song, you got to sing it regardless of the situation you're in.
Sounded like nervous energy to me.
I've got a lot more for you.
Fire away.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Ooh, am I bleeding, am I? Oh my gosh, I've never seen myself like this before.
That also means you need to drink water.
What?
Because if you ain't bleeding, that means you need to drink more water.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen myself like this before.
You're not hydrated?
Hold on, what does that mean? You've never seen yourself like this before.
I've never looked down to myself and just seen no hair there. It was like, what is this?
Oh, you were talking about your nether regions.
Yes, I've just never seen it like that before.
What just a weird thing to observe in that moment, though. I've never seen myself like this before.
I haven't. I was living in the moment. It's like, what my hair?
Chris chimes in on the Carbless Talking text line. Kyle is such a baby LL. He needed to sing himself a lullaby.
It's a great song, Chris. A great song.
For now, it seems like 2 weeks, but ever since we've been talking about this, Kyle has continually told us this one thing. I don't have a lot of hair down there. So he went ahead and asked a professional if that's true.
Do what you do. Okay. All right. Was it? Okay. Not too much. I'm not very hairy, though, am I?
Not on the legs.
I don't really have much hair.
Not on the legs.
Not on the legs.
Yeah,
one of the professionals' opinion.
Well, I mean, she sees a lot of people's,
So you've been so self-conscious about how hairy you are that you asked her?
She's the professional.
Can't you just ask your baby girl?
Well, I hope baby girl ain't got as much experience looking at people below the waist as she has. So I asked the professional, 4-year professional. You told me. Hey, I wish baby girl would give me some response in her, in her professional experience. What you mean your experience? So no,
Kyle, what does kahunas mean to you?
The kahuna to me is
Kahuna Matata.
Kahuna Matata is the Big Bang, the things.
The thangs, plural,
singular.
All right, let's see what we got going on next.
All right, so she asked me, am I ready for the hard part here? Is the hard part the big kahuna?
Not the big kahuna, not yet.
Okay.
We're going to get above it first.
Oh, no, I was talking about the where the hair is.
Oh, yeah.
The big kahuna?
You're such an idiot. He doesn't even know, it's not even... Oh, my God.
I was talking about the big kahuna as in,
we know.
Yeah,
Now you're banned. We know what you were trying to say, but you were wrong.
I was not talking about the other thing. I was talking about the big kahuna of hair. That's what I was talking about, but she thought I was talking about something else.
That's not...
And I had to...
she was probably so confused.
Listen,
you didn't have to talk in slang to
She
her.
ran hot wax on me, people. Okay? I was a little nervous. A lot of stuff going on. I couldn't speak right. But, she...
What else did he do that was weird?
It's the hard part, the big kahuna.
Not the big kahuna, not yet.
Yeah, there's no other way to take that. There is no other way to take that than a prideful, the big kahuna. Imagine what she thought. When,
she probably thinks this, man.
Hey, when are you doing the big kahuna?
She's probably heard a lot of nicknames for parts. I don't know that anybody's ever gone
What
up
is
in the
wrong
wax center
with you?
and said and referred to their thing as the big kahuna.
It's not even like the right slang,
I
and
know.
it's just wrong. You're just wrong, and you didn't follow through all the way.
The hesitation in her voice. It was the one time this whole time she hasn't responded with confidence. She's like, no.
She's probably confused about a lot of things.
Yeah, I'll say.
Last one before we get to Mark Tauscher, who's scheduled to appear next.
Is this the Holy Grail?
Well, kind of. It's a discussion about your Holy Grail. Take a listen.
He didn't do that part, did he?
He did.
Oh, my gosh.
He's winning if you don't.
No, he won. He won. He can have it. He can have it. Okay. All right. That wasn't too bad, Charlotte.
You barely have me here now.
Oh.
Go back. All right, one more.
Oh. All right. We did.
I would rather take
admission on the air that he didn't do the full waxing.
Yeah.
I said
to me, it was a surrender.
You can have it. He did.
It wasn't a competition. It was paying a debt.
I can't believe you did that. I say, hey, he won. He can say whatever he wants. I couldn't. Not my jewels. Not my family jewels.
What up, KBN Nation? I survived. It wasn't easy. You seen in the video, it was a lot, but for a great cause. And hey, I'm smooth as a baby's bottom.
Live listening show replays, exclusive content. It's all new on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Fraudulent Kyle Wallace on Kyle Brust-Nortman. Follow through Ben Brust and sit on the sidelines Brad Nortman. That is our show. You can catch it on the ESPN app. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The Wisconsin sports fans' best way to stay in touch with their favorite ESPN Wisconsin shows and keep up with their favorite teams. Find the new ESPN Wisconsin app on the Apple Store, in the App Store, or on the Google Play Store for your Androids. Just search Wisconsin On Demand right now on the Google Play Store. It will have the same functionality as we're in the works to get that all fixed up for you, KBN Nation and ESPN Wisconsin. Mark Tauscher, Packer Hall of Famer, joins us next. We'll dive into everything. That could mean a whole lot of different things now. Next.
This is Kyle Brust-Nortman.
I'm about being young, wild, and free.
No, you're not.
You're
not young, wild, and free.
Yeah, I am young.
You're not that.
I am
Every
wild.
time I ask you to
Wild.
do something, I check with a girlfriend.
Wait, why are you taking why you going personal? Why you gotta talk about business?
What if
I can still be free with a lady.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens. Anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Go to rawhide.org/donate and help them realize a brighter future today.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Oh, can't show you in there.
Why not?
That's the bathroom. We need a new shower bad.
Think your shower is one of the ugliest in Wisconsin? Upload your photo by April 30th to goodkarmabrands.com/Wisconsin contest for a chance to win a free shower remodel. One lucky fan will win a free shower remodel from Kohler Services, including design consultation, demolition, and removal of your existing shower or bath, and installation of a brand new Kohler Luxstone shower. goodkarmabrands.com/Wisconsin contests.
Whether tailgating or hosting at home, don't serve boring, bland food. As the official grill of the Green Bay Packers, Pit Boss brings the heat with a wide range of wood pellet grills, smokers, and hardwood pellet fuel. Reach another level of flavor that can't be achieved with a charcoal or gas grill, and it's beyond easy. Seriously, Pit Boss grills get cooking with just a few simple steps. Grill, smoke, bake, roast, braise, char grill, barbecue, and direct flame sear. The all-in-one Pit Boss does it all. Learn more today at pitbossgrills.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor. If it's a celebrate or tailgate, when you're gonna recreate upstate. If it's a holiday, birthday, any day, you can save at Discount Liquor.
Easter's almost here. What are you bringing to the table? Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Pairing the right wine with your Easter dinner can turn a meal into a celebration. But you don't have to be an expert to find the right wine. That's what our knowledgeable staff is here for. With over 8,000 varieties of wine, Discount Liquor can help you choose between a light, fruity Pinot Grigio, a big, luscious Cabernet, or anything in between, all at the lowest prices in town. Visit us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow and Main in downtown Waukesha.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
Check out all of our weekly specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com. Happy Easter!
Discount Liquor.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm not going to sit here and panic about it.
Green and Gold Hall of Famer.
It's not apples to apples. For you, it is.
Solving the world's problems one day at a time.
Everybody doesn't grow and evolve at the same time.
It's Mark Tauscher.
Did you guys hang up on me, or am I hanging up on you?
On Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Feel the rain on your skin.
Actually, they say that the doesn't actually hurt.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. Some of us fully committed and got the full Brazilian wax. Some of us stopped when they decided they didn't want to fulfill the debt they needed to pay, and Brad Nortman sat on the sidelines. Joining us now is Mark Tauscher, co-host of Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across these various stations. What's going on, old T?
Why are half of you guys getting Brazilian waxes and somebody else not? What did I miss?
Well, every year, Gabe Neitzel, Greg Matzik, and now Stephen Watson, they team up to raise money for the MAC Fund when they play their 100 holes of golf. And we had a great now partner, Zerbal Concrete, donate $1,000 to, I had pledged, if someone does $1,000, I'll get a Brazilian wax. And I was like, Kyle, would you do it too? And he said yes.
Yeah, Tausch, of course I said yes.
You did.
Eventually, after...
Good teammate.
Yeah, after begging me.
So where's Nordy?
Nordy was out of town.
Mercifully, I was not on the show that day. So I returned to this, agreement that these two are getting a Brazilian wax. And I said, okay, more power to you.
He actually did say that.
Really smart scheduling by you, Brad. I got to give you credit for that.
Yeah, thanks, Tausch.
Don't give him credit, because when I was gone, when they decided that we were going to jump into Lake Michigan if the Packers made the playoffs 2 years ago, I was gone, and I came back, and they told me, oh, you're doing this. And I said, what do you mean I'm doing this? I was told I was doing it. I was
The difference is you are a Packer backer. That's who you are.
Yeah, I never believed that they weren't going to make the playoffs.
Lies.
Yeah.
If we go back to the 3-6 start, everyone had zero belief.
I didn't say I was going to jump in Lake
I would
Michigan.
agree with Ben. But nobody thought it, and then as the wheels started turning, some jumped back on the bandwagon quicker than others.
That is true. And that's where I want to start with you, because Jason joined us yesterday. And
can I start with you on something before you start with me on something?
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
So I am now. I'm shocked to say this, but back in the old days when you and Scals did On the Rocks, you guys would you and Jesse, there'd be people that would call and say, you and Jesse Nelson sound alike, right? And then
that was a bit.
Some people kind of, and I think at your discouragement, mostly to bust your chops, started saying you looked like Jesse. And I wasn't one of those. But now I'm starting to, I see you, not engagement farming, but putting up a post on Twitter about backyard animals hatching in your yard, just like Jesse Nelson did with his turtles. And I'm thinking, you're getting married, you have a kid, you're domesticating. Are you morphing into, you love bowling. Are you morphing into
I haven't bowled since I beat Jesse Nelson.
No, but I'm saying you're better than Jesse at his top game. Are you morphing into Jesse Nelson? Do you guys see and understand what Strophy, do you get what I'm saying?
Benny Nelson.
On this?
I've worked very closely with both of them, Tausch. They're both very me guys.
Very selfish. I think both would agree to that.
I think you're onto something here.
8:30 to 5. What's Jesse? 8:40
to 1.
8:45 to 1.
No, he's like 8:53. If he's there by 8:53, I'm very, very happy that he's there.
Do you show up earlier than him?
Yeah, every time I go into the studio, I don't care if I get there 5 minutes early, I'm beating him there. I'm like, Jesse's not here yet? No.
Man, I need Jesse's schedule. Wow. What am I doing?
Yeah, Jesse's got a good gig going. But, Benny, you understand where I'm coming from on this, right? Like, you're starting to, take his material and use it. Like,
I ain't taking his material.
Wow.
I would say...
You literally did.
Coattails.
I would say, Tausch, that... Unfortunately, there are some similarities. As a youngest child, I am helpless in some ways. And I'd say many only children get coddled the same way youngest children do. So maybe we have that connection.
No,
but what does that have to do with rabbit and turtle nests in your backyard? Like, you know what I mean? I don't get that. You guys are both dog
The universe
owners.
might just be connecting us in ways where I can't get away from him, although I would love to. But yeah, I'm also a helpless homeowner. I don't know what to do when things arise. So, of course, I was AirPods in, Sunday Karma, and I knew Greg Scalzo was on the air because he would have been my first or second call because he has a dog that is, gotten some animals in his backyard. So he's my animal guy. Then I called my dad, and my dad was my advice guy. And so I don't know what I'm doing, Tausch. I'm just getting by right now.
I just thought, boy, this is getting to be eerily similar here. If you start playing trivia and tearing your friends, which you kind of already done, you've teared your friends by your wedding.
I did tear the wedding
thing.
So I hate to tell you this, but the moment you walked off that court in Lithuania, you've morphed into Jesse Nelson.
You're Jesse Nelson?
Wow.
That is probably one of the most painful things I've ever heard.
I don't want to say that, but I don't think anybody can argue with that. So
it's hard for me to argue back. That's the hard part. That's what I'm sitting with here.
I know. So I have a proposal for you.
Great.
Jesse isn't the competitor I want him to be. I want him to go, and you get to go bowl for 24 hours, and all you got to do is bowl a 300. Every time you don't get a strike, you reset. Are you on board with that?
I would love that.
Oh, my gosh.
That's
a commitment.
I would probably do 12 hours. I'm not 24 hours. What are we doing?
Right, but you can, if you want to stop and get it in, you don't have to bowl consistently. You get a 24-hour window to do it. You want to take a 6-hour nap, you get to take, but you have to stay at the bowling alley. You can bring an air mattress. You can sleep there. I'd like to see you v. Jesse do it. That's what I really want to see, but I can't get him to confirm to do it.
Jesse, why doesn't Jesse want to do anything?
I don't know.
He's supposed to wash Ben's car in a Speedo, which I have a place for him to go to get a nice Brazilian wax if he wants to look good in that
Speedo. He's very skinny now. He's lost all that weight. I'm
gosh, now you got the fans turning on me on the Carbless Talk and text line. I got 2 Benny Nelsons within seconds.
Benny Nelson.
Oh yeah, real creative. Tausch, you're a nickname guy. You can do better than that.
Benny Nelson, but IE with a heart above the I, just like Jesse.
That's cute.
That's good.
I love how you two.
That's pretty good. It's an ironclad.
Once again, Brad's sitting on the sideline, not involved at all.
In a very safe spot, just like my days in punting.
Benny Nelson.
Old T joining us here on Kyle Bruston-Nortman. I'm Benny Nelson alongside Kyle Wallace and Brad Nortman, Strophe running the show. What I would like to know is, Jason says this is a pivotal year for Jordan Love. He feels a lot of uncertainty of not having as much confidence in knowing what the team will be next year. Obviously, we still have the draft, but are you more confident or uncertain about next year's 2025 Packers?
I'm more confident for a couple of reasons. It's not as if I'm sitting here saying they're going to win a Super Bowl. I'm not saying that. But they're going to be a playoff team. I think their defense is going to be markedly better than what it was last year. And I think it's fair to have questions about, can Jordan Love be a consistent quarterback in this league? Because he's shown great flashes of, brilliance at some points. And then he's shown some, obviously he turned the football over too much last year, especially in the middle part of the season. But I give him more of a pass than I think maybe some fans do just because of the injury. And you've seen enough to know that he's a good player. Now, is he going to elevate himself? Because good players have good games. Great players are consistently great. And he's not there yet. So this is a big season for him. I don't think anybody would argue with that. And it's more about him being consistent than it is about anything else, because he's shown a lot of really great attributes in what you're looking for in a quarterback. Now we just got to see it consistently in 4-quarter games and doing it without having those stretches where he turns the football over like he did.
Tausch, is there a scenario for the Packers' first-round draft pick that is met with universal approval?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you get the best wide receiver on the board or the best corner on the board, you're going to get big-time approval. Obviously, the guy's got to be a good player. And then I think where it gets a little interesting is if you start looking at grabbing a D lineman or an offensive lineman, which I would be very happy with.
Well,
but I think there
both.
are
I'm
some
sorry,
fans-
Tausch. I'm sorry. To
Either or, he's saying.
No. Wait.
Either or. I mean, you're not getting both. Kyle.
No. What I'm saying, you would be happy with offensive linemen in the first round, back-to-back years? Oh, Tausch, come on.
Yeah, absolutely. I would.
Oh, Tausch.
Yeah,
why?
I would be fine with that.
Why?
If it's the right player.
Tausch? Why? You
win in the trenches, dude.
But you just signed a guy and you drafted a guy. How much do you
Yeah,
expect?
too much focus on one position group.
Oh, my God.
I'm not going to be groupthink. I'm going to let T speak.
Thank you, Ben. I was going to say the boys are just group thinking away. Oh, you can't do that. There was a stat that Jason J. Wilde on our show this morning said, and he had said it prior, but it was another reminder, that Josh Jacobs ran for 1,330 yards last year. A lot of it after contact. Saquon Barkley ran for over 2,000 yards. He ran for 1,328 yards before contact.
Oh, wow.
Before contact.
Listen, I'm not worried about you. You got Aaron Banks. You got a guy, and you're able to move Jenkins inside. And then you have a first
But you were the
round
first
pick.
person complaining about the depth when they went down against Philadelphia.
But you drafted. Okay, go ahead. Come on now, take me off the ledge.
You have three linemen that are going to be unrestricted free agents next year. You have a first-round pick from last year. You don't know if he can play to the level you want.
Then let's go draft another one.
Well, hopefully he's going to be a player. Hopefully he can be the left tackle because they're going to have him compete. But I'm not saying I'm not telling you this is the definite thing that I want to see.
No, you said you're
That is
okay
not
with it,
what I'm
Tausch.
saying.
That's where my problem
But
is.
I'm okay with it.
No, Tausch, listen.
Kyle,
Nobody should be okay with the Packers drafting an offensive lineman in back-to-back seasons, especially
Jordan Love
after
will
you
be
drafted
okay.
a guy.
Josh Jacobs will be okay. Matt LaFleur will be okay.
Yeah, and I just want to jump in.
Thank you.
There may be other holes, but if you can create a bigger strength for your team.
Groupthink.
Okay.
Tausch and Benny Nelson with Tausch. Groupthink. What is this, Willie and Tausch?
So, unfortunately, now you're stealing my groupthink and trying to groupthink your own groupthink?
There's a little groupthink going on there. I'm not going to disagree.
Listen, if I know one thing, I know groupthink, and I see groupthink between you and Benny.
But you're not even
Nelson.
letting anyone talk for the record here. You're just jumping on people. What I found fascinating, Tausch, is when you bring this up, it gets me excited thinking about how Josh Jacobs had 1,000 yards alone when he led the league in rushing on first down. And so to be able to elevate that weapon even further could do wonders for an offense.
And that's been my point to you guys when you're screaming at me and bickering about Lord knows what and group thinking away, is that's a strength, and you want to get better at that. You felt like it wasn't good enough, and that Eagles playoff game showcased it wasn't good enough, and that your depth and what you had was not up to the par of what the Super Bowl champion team was. So I think you add in Jordan Love running the football a little bit more now that he's healthy. That'll help kind of suppress a little bit of the edge guys coming down hard because that quarterback can maybe pull it once in a while. But there are other issues that this team has. I'm not saying that, but to sit here and say if they draft a really good offensive lineman and they can fit him in, you're telling me you're going to be disappointed in that. I don't know what to tell you if that's the case. I don't have any answers for you.
There's a little groupthink going on there. I'm not going to disagree.
If Goody drafts an offensive lineman in the first round who starts, and Jordan Morgan sits on the bench as another first-round draft pick.
Kyle, what if he's the sixth guy and he rotates and he plays snaps and he's your starting right guard when you let Sean Ryan go next year?
If
you all right with
Jordan
that?
Morgan is my sixth guy after being a first-round pick and I got to wait till year 3 to start, no, I'm not okay with
your
that.
First-round guy,
Your first-round guy is supposed to impact your team right away,
tackle?
not 2 years later, Tausch. You know that.
Brian Balaga was sitting before old T.
You didn't sit with Jordan Love sat for 3 years or Aaron Rodgers sat for 3. You were fine with that.
Completely different. You already had you were redshirting these guys. You already had your starting quarterback, so you had the luxury to be able to build up for the future. We don't have the luxury as the Green Bay Packers to sit here and draft guys. We don't have.
Sounds a little hypocritical.
Listen.
Sounds a
We
little
have too many
hypocritical.
knees on this football team to be sitting here trying to draft offensive linemen in back-to-back years, especially after you miss.
And if you lose, if Elton Jenkins gets hurt again, what are you sitting with?
If you better find
one of
something in the
these guys
second,
gets
third,
hurt
fourth
again-
round. You can't because he swing and misses last year. You get a chance to do it again at offensive
Nobody
line.
said he swung and missed. You
There's
said
still
he swung and
time
missed.
for Jordan Morgan to become
the kid
something.
The kid didn't get a chance to play consistently last year. They put him in a spot that he hadn't played. So let's slow our roll. Kyle, here's
He
the
couldn't
deal.
beat out Rasheed
You
Walker.
would have cut Benny Brust as a freshman and sophomore at Wisconsin. You wouldn't have seen him rain threes against Oregon at Milwaukee. You wouldn't have seen it because you won't allow guys to grow and develop. And when you do that, and you're always searching, well, get this old guy that's played. And then the next year you're sitting there and you ain't got anybody. So
hey, Tausch, can I give you an example? There was a Wisconsin basketball just had a pretty 4-star, 5-star guard that they brought in. He couldn't get on the court, and now he's transferring. That's what it is. You ain't good enough, move over.
The Wisconsin Badgers also just had their left tackle that was going to start for them tear his ACL, and it'd be nice if they had another guy that was able to step in and have the same
you don't
production.
need guys. I was told you don't need offensive linemen, Ben. You just
No.
need wide receivers that may or may can play.
It seems
That's
like
what I was just
O-line is like thinking toward the future as opposed to addressing a need now.
But that's also what the draft is. I know everyone wants the draft to be like, we'll get the guy and he's the all-pro. But the draft, the Packers' philosophy is literally draft and the word develops next to it. Now all of a sudden we're deciding it's draft and play all-pro right away.
You over there busting blood vessels in your forehead talking about the defensive line last week, and now all of a sudden you're, develop. Okay, Lucas Van Ness. You can't say anything bad about him. Let him develop, Ben.
I said defensive line be another great pick. I don't understand. You asked me a question, I gave you an answer, and now you're fighting me on an answer I gave you. That
I didn't like your Tausch, I love you, and this might be another hang-up on type
No.
situation. But Tausch, I love you, but as soon as you said you had me at corner, you had me at receiver, and you had me at D-line, but as soon as you said offensive lineman, everything else went out the window.
So let me ask you this. Would you have said that same thing when Jordy Nelson was a second-round pick? Because Mel Kiper is on, and there's a kid from, I think, TCU that he likes that he thinks is going to fall to the Packers in the second. So just because there's not a first-round wideout, and you get a second-round wideout that is as good as Jordy or Greg Jennings or Devontae Adams, you're going to sit there and freak out because they drafted an offensive lineman, and even though they ended up getting a receiver that is incredibly productive and has a great career?
Tausch,
That doesn't make any sense to me.
I have told Packers fans to stand down and stand back if the Packers draft offensive lineman. Just stand down. Just wait.
What does that mean?
He's trying to rally people together at Green Bay.
No, I mean, what does it mean, stand down? Like, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm just kidding.
No, I'm serious. I don't understand. Help me. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, what does it mean, Kyle? Yeah, what does it mean? What does it mean?
Is that a reference to something?
You organizing?
No, I'm not organizing anything. I'm telling you,
Sounds
listen,
like it.
I'll be in Green Bay next week, and there's nothing to worry about. Stand down and stand back, everybody.
Man, T, I appreciate I appreciate what you're trying to bring. Very close-minded Kyle Wallace today.
You guys have gotten out of your. I feel like I've done a service for the KBN Nation. I've gotten you guys out of groupthink.
Just hook this guy, because all he's doing now he's trying to separate us.
Wow.
I think Strofe actually enjoys.
How do we drop
Tausch bringing something other than do whatever I want? I'm Kyle Wallace.
Tausch, we'll talk to you next week. Love you, man.
Man, Kyle, you know what's funny about Kyle?
Kyle's on the
Jason had a great
offensive
performance yesterday, and then now his teammates. Yeah, he was fantastic.
My biggest thing is, like, he is a Packers Hall of Famer who played 11 years in the NFL and won a Super Bowl. And you're acting like you know more about team building than him.
Listen,
you got rejected by Elliott Wolf to be part of the Packers scouting combine.
Clearly, it might be one of the biggest
mistakes
they ever made. But no, Tausch, I loved everything he was saying. But then, listen, I respect a lot of stuff he says. But today, he lost just a smidge of credibility from me. How about you, Brad?
For the record, I am not team O-line in the first round.
See? Told you.
I'd be pretty upset if that happened.
It's funny to me that the way the Packers lost was through the offensive line and the depth of the offensive line, and knowing that there's bigger needs is something that we can also address in the draft. You don't know how the draft's going to play out. You don't know how the board's going to play out. But additionally, as he mentioned, there's guys you are going to need to sign. There are guys that are going to be released that are on the team now that you're going to need to replace. And as we know, sometimes it does take 1 to 2 years for guys to grow. So it's all part of the strategy. And if you don't like the strategy, I mean, you're just showing you're not a true Packer
You
backer.
hate the strategy.
How do you know I hate the strategy? I haven't seen the strategy. We don't know how the draft is played out.
Is he kidding right now? He's saying you don't hate the strategy?
I haven't seen the strategy play out yet.
Okay. You know what? From now on, anytime you say anything negative about Lucas Van Ness, I'm just going to say, no. Draft and develop.
See, now you're cherry picking. Our question was, like he said, who he'd be okay with. He also said an offensive lineman or a defensive line after mentioning quarterback and wide receiver.
Yeah, I'm good with all that, except for offense. Listen, I draw the line.
The top 4 odds for them to select are those 4 positions.
There is no scenario next Thursday night when we are live from Lambeau, from the Tundra Trio in Green Bay, Wisconsin for the draft. There is no scenario where I should be okay or anybody listening should be okay to hear the Packers select tackle, offensive guard, or center in the first round. If that happens,
just not a trenches guy.
No. If Roger Goodell goes up there and there's a fat boy who plays on the offensive side of the football,
oh man, now
walking
you're
across the stage,
oh wow,
I'm gonna be
name
upset.
calling.
Yo, what's wrong with you? Is this wax gotten to you?
I feel refreshed.
You don't sound refreshed. You sound angry.
Not at all.
Like I mentioned at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, if you're like Kyle and you don't think it's going to be an offensive lineman, you can look at their futures on their kiosk and say, I think it's going to be a cornerback. I think it's going to be a defensive lineman. I think it's going to be a wide receiver. But maybe you think there's value in an offensive lineman. You can get that value at Potawatomi Sportsbook at their kiosk. They have great food, a full bar, drink specials. If you're in a rush and you want to go place that bet, fade Kyle Wallace, because if Kyle Wallace thinks something happened, Goody's probably going to do the opposite, because they haven't seemed to be in lockstep this last 2 to 3 weeks. When you're in a rush, like I said, get out of the car, and then boom, place a bet. Bet above the rest. Learn more at paysbig.com/sportsbook. More Kyle Bruston-Nortman. Kyle's angry. Next.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman, KBN.
You said they are a reflection of their head coach.
Yes, he's soft, as he proved with you by signing that damn jersey you had on. You think Campbell would have signed that jersey?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I think that's right in the range that Emeka Egbuka would be there. I think it's possible that Ted McMillan could be there.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
We're speculating. It shouldn't be that hard. Like, either you want to play for the Steelers or you don't, right? Like, what are we waiting for?
On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit. Pay no interest until 2030, plus $500 off your home improvement project. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Brewers baseball is here. Time to pick your Brewers games and get back to the ballpark for tailgate traditions and walk-off wins. Don't miss any of the big games or the superstars. And come back for the best giveaways. Where else would you want to be? Brewers tickets for the 2025 season are on sale now. That's every game, all summer long. Get on board for the show today. Grab your seats at brewers.com/ticket finder.
Whether your Easter plans have you stepping out on Sunday or hosting a group at home, Macy's Easter sale has great deals on everything you'll need to celebrate. Like 50% off dressy brunch looks to level up your whole family style. And 50 to 60% off hosting must-haves, like the classic Butterfly Meadow collection from Lenox. But don't miss out, because just like an Easter egg hunt, there's so much to discover. But you gotta move quick. At Macy's Easter sale, Wednesday. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Why'd I go to the doctor? My heart would race just taking my son to practice. It didn't feel right. So I got checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Look what I found.
What is it?
It's a list of the traditional and modern anniversary gifts for each year of marriage.
Sarah and I use a different list. But go ahead and tell us about yours.
The traditional gift for your first anniversary is paper, but the modern gift is a clock.
Well, our list says the first anniversary is always diamond jewelry.
What's your list called?
The People's Choice.
The traditional gift for your 6th anniversary is iron, but the modern gift is wood.
What a coincidence. For the 6th anniversary, our list says diamonds again. What do you have for the 10th anniversary, Rick?
Traditional is aluminum, modern is diamond jewelry.
Well, there you go. Our lists agree. What have you got for the 7th anniversary?
Copper and a desk set.
Nope. Diamonds again.
I'm beginning to see the wisdom of the People's Choice list.
It's good to have you on board.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Did you make up that People's Choice list, or is it real?
Well, we're people, aren't we?
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Wherever you are in Wisconsin, there's a free and confidential Aging and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, or Tribal Partner Agency. We're here for older adults, adults with disabilities, and your families. ADRCs are a bridge to support for benefits and financial assistance, transportation, in-home care, and more. Get to know your local ADRC and connect with resources today. Call toll-free 1-844-WIS-ADRC or go to findmyadrc.org. Paid for by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Joey chimes in on the Carbless Talking text line. I still think cornerback or wide receiver are bigger needs, but championship teams and the Eagles built their team from the trenches out, and that worked out well for them. And that's my overall thought, because if you're going to be mad at Goody for the same way you were just getting mad at me of like, oh, why are you okay with the offensive line situation, blah, 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 if they draft one in the first round because they missed on Jordan Morgan. He's the same guy who drafted Lucas Van Ness. So you'd be trusting him to do the same thing if they drafted a defensive lineman. So it's just as hypocritical if you're going to be like, oh, they can't draft an O-lineman. They just messed it up. Well, they also kind of messed it up 2 years ago.
No, the point that you're missing, Ben, is the fact that I think Brad addressed it, is there is a difference between need. There's a levels of priority. The defensive line, if he drafts it, yes, we will all be hesitant when he makes that draft pick. If he drafts a guy that has a whole bunch of potential but has not put production on the field, we will be skeptical of that selection if it is a defensive lineman. But we will still accept it because we understand that is a position of need. Whereas offensive line, there is no need at offensive line that is immediate that you have to draft in the first round. And you talk about the Eagles, I know the whole offensive line for the Eagles, they're not all first round picks. They weren't taken in the first round. They got guys in the second, third, fourth round that they're able to develop.
But it's all about the way the board falls as well.
They have
you can't just
excelled.
reach for guys.
Wait a minute. The Packers have excelled at developing offensive line talent outside the first round. So last year we even talked about it after they drafted Jordan Morgan, saying, okay, we'll see how this is. But this is a position that the Packers actually find success at drafting outside the first round. And you can see it with Zach Tom. You can see it with Rasheed Walker.
But Rasheed Walker's not like a lifetime left tackle. He's a serviceable left tackle.
But he's a guy that beat out your first round draft pick last year.
That's fine, but he also got hurt last year. Jordan Morgan got hurt. The way you're turning the page on him.
Got moved from left tackle very early on. The competition was done early, within the first week of practice.
I don't think I don't think he had the expectations that the Packers had for him, but it also feels like this whole roster building feels like you're getting groceries for a party in a month, and you got to put dinner on the table tonight. You know, so for me, it's like you got to focus on some short-term needs if we're going to be a championship team in 2025.
Maybe it's a 3 to 5 year plan, and we're on year 3, and this could be part of building an even deeper offensive line for what would be a better run at a championship next year, because I think it's going to be really hard to select somebody in the first round that's going to automatically go, boop, we're a championship team. But that will be yet to be seen until we get to next Thursday's NFL draft. It's time now for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? 800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-3776. You get 15 questions in 90 seconds. Somehow, some way, I'm 0-11-3 or 0-11-3. I haven't won this year, and I got to win. I have to eventually. I mean, I can't just lose forever. I mean, I got to run into somebody who Strove picks up with on the phone that's caller, what'd I say?
I don't remember what you said.
Caller 15. I hope you're not smart. I'm just going to put that out there in the ether right now. I hope you're not smart. I hope it's Chef Ed. Call our 15, 800-990-3776. I love you, Chef Ed. You could be live listening, doing show replays, exclusive content. It's all on the new ESPN Wisconsin app. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. And just know that you have an opportunity in the contest page on the app to sign up to win a draft experience on Saturday, all-inclusive. It's going to be amazing. So just download the ESPN Wisconsin app. Get us wherever you get us, wherever you want to listen. It's all going to be at the palm of your hand on the ESPN Wisconsin app. 800-990-3776. Caller 15, please not be smart so I can win in 2 minutes.
There's a winning magic powering up at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This April, prepare for an exciting quest to $300,000 in the Enchanted Spins slot tournament. Just conjure your rewards card and play slots to earn drawing entries. Each Thursday, 60 winners will compete for thousands in cash and prizes. Let your journey begin with Enchanted Spins, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hey, I'm buying a fixer-upper for my first home. Is that something you can help with?
Of course. We are here for all your construction needs at Professional Construction, Inc. With over 20 years of experience, our team will help from the design process through the finished product.
A living room with lime green and wood-paneled covered walls with shag carpets isn't quite working for me.
That's not quite my style either. But regardless, we are here to make your dreams a reality. Visit us at professionalconstructioninc.com.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman. This Easter, Tsunami Express Car Wash is hopping into savings. From now until April 19th, get 50% off all washes. Whether you're looking for a quick clean or a top-to-bottom shine, they have you covered. Plus, a Tsunami Express membership makes the perfect Easter basket gift. Treat someone special to unlimited washes all year long. That's 50% off all washes through April 19th. Do not miss out. Visit Tsunami Express Car Wash today. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Whether tailgating or hosting at home, don't serve boring, bland food. As the official grill of the Green Bay Packers, Pit Boss brings the heat with a wide range of wood pellet grills, smokers, and hardwood pellet fuel. Reach another level of flavor that can't be achieved with a charcoal or gas grill, and it's beyond easy. Seriously, Pit Boss grills get cooking with just a few simple steps. Grill, smoke, bake, roast, braise, char grill, barbecue, and direct flame sear. The all-in-one Pit Boss does it all. Learn more today at pitbossgrills.com.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
That's right, you are kicking it with KBN. I am Brad Nortman alongside Kyle Wallace and Alex Stroh, the maestro of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Because it is that time. It is that time where it is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Ben Brust, winless in the year of 2025. We're already more than all the way through the first quarter of the year. I mean, we're hitting some milestones here, boys, where he is losing back and forth. And Strophy, why don't you just go and say, who is Ben playing today?
We've got Elijah in Poynette, a first-time contestant today. Elijah in Poynette.
Okay, Elijah in Poynette is playing against Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Ben Brust. And, of course, we have our special guests each and every week. You hear this voice seemingly everywhere, and we welcome him on KBM. That is our very own Gabe Neitzel, who is the host of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy in the mornings from 7 to 9 here on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee and all over ESPN Radio. Just a star in Gabe Neitzel. Gabe, welcome to KBM.
Oh, thank you, boys. Thank you so much for having me. Let's get this losing streak going, shall we, for Benny?
Please do.
I mean, yeah, that would be a treat. Now let's go ahead and spin it, Strophy.
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Presented by Lakeland University. Here is how you play. 15 questions in 90 seconds. To get as many answers correct as you can, you're allowed to say pass, and we will come back to it if we get through the rest. If you beat Ben Brust and keep the losing streak going, you're going to win an ESPN Wisconsin prize package. Elijah, how we feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Okay, that's the level of confidence we can work with.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure you put on. Not to be the first loser, but I feel like I always do good when I listen off the radio. So we'll see what happens.
Well, just go ahead.
All right, first timer.
Take that right onto it. Gabe.
All right,
the show
Elijah,
is yours.
are you ready? We've got 15 questions for you, just a couple minutes to answer them. You ready, Elijah?
I am.
All right, Strophe, hit me. What mythical creature is known for breathing fire and hoarding treasure?
The dragon?
What is Bugs Bunny's famous catchphrase?
Pass.
What sea creature has 3 hearts?
Pass.
In what country would you find the ancient city of Petra?
Pass.
Who was the first U.S. president to appear on television?
Nixon? No, Kennedy?
What country hosted the 2016 Summer Olympics?
Pass.
What city did the Brazilian wax originate?
Pass.
In which decade did Elvis Presley release his first album?
60s?
Who wrote the novel 1984?
No idea.
What is the name of a baby rabbit?
Bunny?
What's the medical term for the voice box? Oof.
Well, my lord.
You can still answer.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
I have no idea.
All right.
Well,
we got through 11 questions.
we got through 11. No, not even a 2. That's a 1.
That's a 1.
Got the very first question.
Got off to a hot start. Hit the first one,
Yep.
and then, yeah.
If pass was the answer, he would have been killing it.
Yeah, we might see that losing streak come to an end.
Ben's not going to do too much better.
Yeah, but it's a low bar.
I mean, realistically, I can see Ben winning after the first 2 questions.
Oh.
So,
Just make him feel like the caller did great.
Okay, all right.
Oh, wow.
Hey, what's up, buddy? How are you doing?
What a perfect guy to have after we helped raise money for Gabe's initiative and Kyle didn't follow all the way through.
Yeah, we can have that discussion here
Gabe
in a little
said
bit.
disappointed earlier, and that hit me in the heart.
You've worked with Gabe a long time, and it's just this is what you're doing. Your actions are putting
Shut
people
up
in
and
those places.
Shut up and get
And
smoked.
I know I put my actions in people's tough places, so it takes one to know one.
Yeah, you. I don't know if I can look you in the eye after what I've heard about you.
Oh, is this about something at my house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Hello, Gabe.
Oh, wow.
This whole crew. I mean, but I just don't know what to do with all you boys.
Brad is always
Brad, Brad, you're fine. Yeah,
Brad.
Brad's overwhelmed. All right, Brad's
You're the
very
free
obviously
Conesville guy.
overwhelmed.
What did I do?
Yeah, what do you mean? Other than get made fun of by Tucker Kraft
And the rest of the world?
and the rest of the world?
All of
Do
the
you
human
think-
existence.
So I had this
Run
conversation
slower
recently.
than the literal largest
So-
person at the combine?
Yeah, well, the 462-pound defensive tackle
Correct.
from Florida outran me by a second.
Yeah.
Do you think Taylor Swift saw my 3-cone drill? Because Tucker Kraft, part of Tight End University,
Mm-hmm.
Travis Kelce, part of Tight End University, could have made it to their group chat. Travis Kelce could have been like, babe, you got to see
I
this."
mean,
Do you want that?
I think I do, yeah.
I doubt it, but there's a non-zero chance she has.
I'll take it.
I think there's a non-zero chance. It's not much above it, but yeah, I mean, I think there's a chance.
And she'll be like, what am I
She doesn't know what to do with that. Yeah, she won't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
But,
You'll
I mean, there's a
inspire-
chance.
This poor
There's
soul.
a
Yeah,
chance.
you'll inspire a song, Strofe.
All right, Benny. You ready to go? 15 questions. By the way, there's no card, like actual this is
like
this is
it's
official.
authentic.
Yeah, we upgraded to card stock because Benny's been losing so much. We got upgraded.
Wait, we make money when I lose?
That's what they do.
I guess that
is that because we don't give
viewership?
Well, no, I mean, because we're giving away so much stuff. There's no way we're making money.
That's true.
Great point.
Yeah.
I mean, if Ben was hot and on the winning streak, I can see how that would save us money.
When I was on the winning streak, there was a partner at the time who was like mad. They were like, we're trying to give away some product. I was like, I can't just lose.
No,
It'd be a good time to be a partner.
Benny's a competitive guy.
Don't take this.
Am I? I'm 0-13 or 0-11-3.
Well, I mean, it bothers you that you're.
It does bother me.
Yeah,
but I'm just not that smart.
Yeah,
here we go.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. What mythical creature is known for breathing fire and hoarding treasure?
Dragons?
What is Bugs Bunny's famous catchphrase?
Well, that's all, folks.
What sea creature has 3 hearts?
I know what it looks like. It's orange, it's squiggly looking thing. Pass.
In what country would you find the ancient city of Petra?
Brazil?
Who was the first U.S. president to appear on television?
Eisenhower.
What country hosted the 2016 Olympics?
2016? China?
What city did the Brazilian wax originate?
Sao Paulo?
In which decade did Elvis Presley release his first album?
The 50s.
Who wrote the novel 1984?
I don't know.
What is the name of a baby? What is the name for a baby rabbit?
A baby rabbit.
What is the medical term for the voice box?
For the voice box?
Yes, medical term for the voice box.
Like Stephen Hawking style?
Oh wow!
No,
oh my gosh!
I don't know.
Pass.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm thinking that's a pass. Who directed the Jurassic Park series?
Spielberg.
What beverage is made by fermenting grapes?
Wine.
What animal appears on the California state flag?
A bear?
What is the hottest planet in our solar system?
Mercury. Jupiter?
All right, well, it wasn't pretty, folks, but Benny Bruss got it over the finish line.
I wouldn't cheer.
We got a dumb caller?
Yeah, he was.
Elijah got 1.
Yeah, what did I get 2?
You know, you got 5 at the end. You
Yeah.
got 3 right there.
Yeah, you got hot with Spielberg, wine, and bear.
Is 1 the worst score of all time?
Has to be.
I mean,
by not you. Because you've gotten 0 before.
You've gotten 0?
When have I gotten 0?
Back in the day, you got 0.
I don't know about that.
I can ask the historian.
So if
Josh
you've never
DiMaggio, the historian.
If you've never gotten 0, 1 would then be the worst score of all time.
Yeah,
at least tied.
At least for a fan.
Ben, he even passed slow. I'm just like, shout out to him for listening.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to find in your yard, but what I can tell you is you can make it look pretty no matter what's going on in your yard because you have Weed Man. Kyle's got Weed Man. I got Weed Man. Brad, you got your text yet?
Not yet. Still waiting. Come on, Weed Man.
They're still gathering all that equipment for the estate. You want to have people walk around and say, ooh, that lawn is nice. You can have the lush green, weed-free yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare. That's where Weed Man Lawn Care comes in. Weed Man is kid and pet friendly, which is huge. Having a kid, 2 pets, 2 dogs that, might get into some animals if they happen to be out there. Plus, golf course quality fertilizer and effective weed control. All part of the winning game plan. Get your free quote at weedman.com. Get 50% off your first treatment. Half off at weedman.com. Weedman for the win. Answers on the other side, plus Gabe Neitzel needs to give, at least from my perspective, since I missed the last segment, waiting to go answer these questions, how disappointed he is in Kyle Wallace. Next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
Student Athlete Support Fund is something I was looking at. I'm ultimately likely going to give to this College of Letters, jeez. I was in life.
Long week.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Seeing some delays out there. They're not horribly bad, but definitely are out there. Westbound 94, for example, from 16th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. We've got some slowing on northbound 43 right around the North Avenue curve up towards Keefe. The southbound side is a bit tight heading through the Marquette. And then we've also got a broken down vehicle, 894 southbound right about at Lincoln Avenue. Luckily, it's off on the right shoulder. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And check out the TMJ for Storm Team forecast. Tonight, clearing skies, cool with a low of 32 at the lake, 26 inland. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 48 at the lake, 55 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
Oh, can't show you in there.
Why not?
That's the bathroom. We need a new shower bad.
Think your shower is one of the ugliest in Wisconsin? Upload your photo by April 30th to goodkarmabrands.com/Wisconsin contest for a chance to win a free shower remodel. One lucky fan will win a free shower remodel from Kohler Services, including design consultation, demolition, and removal of your existing shower or bath, and installation of a brand new Kohler Luxstone shower. goodkarmabrands.com/Wisconsin contests.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
April Brewers action rounds out with the matchup against the Tigers and Athletics. Catch the series opener April 14th as the first 10,000 fans get a Brewers t-shirt designed by Unfinished Legacy. Then get Brewers collectibles at back-to-back games against the Athletics. First up, Peanuts Night on April 18th, featuring a Franklin Bobble with special tickets. And don't miss a Brewers football jersey for the first 25,000 fans April 19th. Get set for an action-packed April at Brewers.com.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
It's time for you and that diamond to come alive again.
At the 4th annual Spring Ring Cleaning at Kessler's.
Even if you have a good ultrasonic jewelry cleaner, it can't match the pressurized steam cleaning we do at Kessler's.
Let us steam clean and polish your engagement ring.
For free.
I'm Joe Gerke, president of Kessler's, and we want to strip away all the soap scum that is making your diamond look dull.
For free. And while we're doing it, we'll inspect the prongs on your ring to make sure your diamond isn't about to fall out.
It's the 4th annual Spring Ring Cleaning at Kessler's.
Here's another idea. Bring us anything you own that needs to be repaired, and we'll give you a price to make it like new again.
And if you have some old jewelry you don't wear anymore,
we can make something unique and wonderful out of it.
Unique in all the world.
Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit Kessler'sDiamonds.com.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Joining us here on Kyle Bruston Norman. He was the guest question asker on Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? On the Carbless Talking text line, JD and Fondy chimes in. Dr. Strofe, 36 out of 36. Can't help callers. Gabe, A+. Smooth and articulate.
Yeah, that's Gabe for you.
Yeah, that is. On brand.
Stevie chimes in. I like when Benny wins. I'm a Benny fan. I love you guys all so much. How could I hate Benny? Well, just keep sticking around, Stevie.
Yeah, there'll be a moment.
Yeah.
I mean, don't worry. Ben will make up for it.
Yeah,
and like,
but there'll be a moment where you're like,
yeah, I mean, you just kind of keep
it's a
going
vicious
around.
cycle. Yeah,
you just keep going around in the circle.
I think I'm on a good cycle.
You must have planted that caller.
You have.
I've just like told 10 people to call.
I put it into the universe that I wanted caller 15 to be not so smart.
He was Ben. You got to listen back. I mean, I love him.
I love him, but
he was awful.
Yeah, that was
rough.
Even extended family, I consider Mrs. Gossard, my former teammate's mother, oh my gosh, this Elijah caller was, that's kind of mean. How are you without victory against this type of competition? Sad, Ben. So she roasted the caller and me.
Yes, yeah, that's a great text. Is what that was.
1-11-3.
Hey,
there should be an asterisk next to this.
Look, I love the Benny believers that are happy on the talk and text.
You didn't have to believe. It wasn't supposed to believe.
Yeah, I mean, because you both got the first question right. Dragon was correct. What mythical creature known for fire breathing and hoarding treasure? Dragon. That was the one Elijah got. Got off to a hot start. What is Bugs Bunny's famous catchphrase?
That's all, folks, huh?
What's up, Doc?
Dang it.
You got the wrong Looney Tune character catchphrase.
Yeah. Who's that?
That's Porky Pig.
Porky Pig. That's all, folks.
That's correct. That's Porky Pig.
I said it with confidence, too, which
you
is
did.
the worst
You
part.
thought, yeah. You really thought you had it. What sea creature has 3 hearts? Is an octopus. Octopus.
Is that what you were thinking of?
Nope.
Pink and squiggly, I believe you said.
Or fish?
No, I was thinking of like the orange, like
jellyfish.
Sea sponge.
Like a sea.
I don't think there's. Is there
Don't listen to me. Keep going.
Yeah,
seahorse.
SpongeBob is
like a seahorse.
Okay.
Well, that has 1 heart.
Either way, not correct. In what country would you find the ancient city of Petra? That's Jordan. Jordan. The first U.S. president to appear on television, FDR. FDR was the first
makes sense.
person on TV. What country hosted the 2016 Summer Olympics? Brazil.
Rio.
2012 Beijing.
2008 Beijing.
2008 Beijing.
2012 was London, I believe.
Yes,
2012 London.
Brazilian
There was a Brazil theme today.
Oh, this is like Wheel of Fortune when they have the theme on the quick.
I would just move on, Gabe.
Brazilian wax originated in Rio de Janeiro.
At least I got a city right.
That's true.
Elvis's first album was the 50s.
Ayo.
When Elijah didn't get that, I knew we were in trouble.
Yeah.
Yes.
When he went with 60s. George Orwell famously wrote the novel 1984.
Famously?
Yeah.
It's a
I've never heard of 1984.
It's a very famous novel.
You didn't listen in school at all.
No, we didn't have to read it. I've never heard of 1984. What's it about?
The term like Big Brother, that's where it comes from.
It comes from the novel 1984.
They're always
very
watching.
dystopian.
Yeah, most schools. I'm now questioning your academic upbringing.
Yeah, down there in Illinois.
The fact that you didn't come across 1984 at all.
Troubling.
Or even like going to the University of Wisconsin, taking classes, and nobody referencing 1984. Again, not knowing that George Orwell wrote it, sure, but 1984 is a pretty famous novel.
So there's a song called 1994 by Jason Aldean.
Okay, nope.
And that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah,
so I'm glad you didn't say Jason Aldean.
Yeah, A kit is the name for a baby rabbit. A kit. A larynx is the medical term for voice box.
Yes.
And then you got hot. Spielberg directed Jurassic Park. Wine, fermenting grapes. Bear is on the California state flag, and Venus is the hottest planet in our solar
I'm your
system.
Venus. I'm your fire.
Sure.
Your desire.
Venus fire or
I'm
not?
familiar with the song, but I don't know if that has anything to do with Venus actually being the hottest planet.
I mean, it might have
in the
a
solar
coincidental
planet.
thing there.
Maybe a deeper meaning there.
So, Gabe, you're with us. It's Kyle Bruston
Yes.
Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, and we're about at that time now. First, tell us how you've teamed up now with Stephen Watson. It's a 3-legged approach
Yeah,
here.
so me, Stephen Watson, and Greg Matzik, we've all played in this event and thought it might be best off if we try to combine forces and raise money once again for the MAC Fund. And this show has been always very supportive of us. Again, why you guys got your Brazilian waxes before. On Scalzo and Brusts, Josh DiMaggio has a tattoo of Homer on his calf because Homer donated $1,000 for the MAC Fund. And Josh said that, yes, he would get a tattoo of Homer's face on him if Homer donated $1,000. So everybody has always been very generous and very thoughtful whenever I've appeared on this show. So me, Steven, Greg, combining, we're trying to raise as much money as we possibly can for the fight against childhood cancer in the MAC Fund. If anybody would like to find out more information, just text GOLF to 800-990-3776, GOLF, 800-990-3776, and you can read more about there. You can directly donate. A link will be sent right to your phone.
Now, with all that being said, what is the day that you will be joining all of our shows? Because I have till then to think of an idea in which all 4 of us...
Well, I mean, if you want, I can come back.
I would need you to come back.
Okay, I can come back.
I need to dedicate fundraising and fun... I don't want to say punishments, but incentives for people to donate to see us do stupid things.
You're doing it Thursday the 1st, correct?
Thursday, May 1st is the date, so the Thursday after the draft.
So how about...
Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday before
I
he
was going to
does
say,
it.
what about 2 weeks from today?
Yeah, we can do 2 weeks from today. Really make a good push for it.
You want to read Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust again? Because you just got an A+.
Yeah, sure. I'll come back.
Let's book him for that day. And then but we have to be really concise because from 3:15 till 5 o'clock, we gotta push donations for things that I gotta come up with, and Brad, Kyle as well, that they're willing to do.
Yes.
Full go since Kyle didn't get a full wax.
Guess who happens to be off that day?
You?
No, I'm on vacation that day.
All right, we gotta get him a date. Actually, you know what? Forget him. I'm done. I'm done with him not following through.
Oh, stop it! I got everything but the boys done. The jewels done.
Let's go to the audio. Let's see how close he was to getting the full Brazilian wax done.
He didn't do that part, did he?
He did.
Oh my gosh!
He's winning if you.
No, he won. He won. He can have it. He can have it. Okay. All right. That wasn't too bad. So.
Oh, that wasn't too bad. I didn't do the worst part.
Oh. Go about. All right. One more.
Oh. All right. We did.
Give Gabe a good one. Give Gabe a good rip. Did you hear any of these rips yet?
I've been paying attention on social media. Yeah.
Yeah, but social. Did we put out any of the rips?
Gabe, would you
I don't
do
know if
that? Would you let somebody?
I mean, if
do
I
the-
said I was going to do it, I would follow
Yeah,
through.
see, very good.
No, would
I
you
would
do
follow
the
through.
whole thing? The jewels?
If I said I was going to do it, I would follow through. Yeah, that's part of it. That's part of the Brazil. Famously, that's part of the Brazilian wax.
You might change your mind. Here's when Ben Brust got the boys done.
Actually, they say that the doesn't actually hurt.
Oh! Woo!
You gave a more reaction when I slapped you a couple years ago.
Well, you didn't get the full.
Doesn't actually hurt.
Oh!
Wait,
It's a
you
long
cut out
rip.
the explicits.
They say that the doesn't actually hurt.
Oh! Woo!
Yeah, I mean, I'm tough, right?
You actually didn't swear on that one.
Oh, not in that one.
Not in that one.
Got it. I did the full thing. Kyle didn't, and now back to the people that are just finding out. Kyle did not. I can't read that one, but you can see the top line.
Nope, can't say it.
But yeah, you're being called names.
The only thing is, like you've said, I've known Kyle for a very long time, and I know a lot of people who also know Kyle. Because for those who don't know, once upon a time in Kyle's life, both myself and my wife were Kyle's manager.
Yeah.
How about that?
I'm a great manager.
How about
that is crazy.
Yeah,
That's right.
That is great because when he worked at Marquette, when my wife was there as well, and I happened to see these people, and every time I see anybody that Kyle used to work with at Marquette, like this weekend, I just hear about how great Kyle is, what a great person he is, and I just hear all these great things, which I tend to agree with.
I tend to agree with
But
as
then
well.
he pulls something like this where he doesn't follow through on something he said he would do.
Have you lost respect for Kyle?
A
No.
little bit.
Okay.
Did you hear him? He goes, no.
Gabe,
You can't tell him what to think.
Listen, Gabe, it was a health issue, man. I just couldn't,
health issue.
I couldn't. They couldn't for 100% tell me they couldn't mess up my future seeds and jewels. And I said, well, if that's the case, I don't have a beautiful little daughter like Ben. I got to protect my boys.
She said in all of her 4 years, she's never had an issue in that area.
And I wasn't gonna be the first one in all 4 years.
Gosh.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Okay, all right. Kyle, you used to play sports. You're athletic.
Oh.
This is why he was on the sideline a lot.
You telling me you never took like an accidental knee or a foot to that area?
I'm out for the year.
No, that
You're
hurt.
like, there is no way getting hit in that area.
What if she would have took some skin?
Who cares?
It
That's
grows back.
protective. Yeah,
It grows.
It's regenerative.
Yeah, that's I mean,
surface level.
What's important is what's inside of the skin, and that's going to be unaffected.
That's
Quite a way to put that. Yeah.
That's very true. I
Very
don't take
true.
any risks.
Like,
But
I'm just saying. I don't know. I no point did like future reproduction and that becoming jeopardy would that have crossed
Entered
my
my mind.
It would not have crossed my mind.
Yeah, no, I couldn't.
It seems
risk
like
it.
you were making excuses.
No, I got the mound down.
I don't
Stop
need to
saying
see,
that.
I don't need
Yeah,
to see.
he stands
Why?
up.
He gets up and he's like grabbing at his waistband, but I don't need to see. I trust you. I believe that.
Text golf to 800-990-3776. The Carbless Talking text line to start helping with the initiatives that Gabe Neitzel has with the Mac Fund.
We do have some cool things going on. If you text golf and you donate at least $25, once again, our friends at Palermo's Pizza donating pizza for a year. So any donation of $25 or more will get you entered into that drawing. We have 3 different different winners there. And if you are a big golf fan, just go to X Golf in Brookfield, where we are raffling off a $20 ticket out there at X Golf in Brookfield. We'll get you into a drawing for a new TaylorMade driver.
Oh, wow.
So that's going on out at X Golf in
And
Brookfield
then we're
as
going to
well.
come up with ideas for all of us, Strofe included this year, to do something for the Mac Fund.
Were you even here last year, Strofe?
No.
I think it was the week before I got here.
Okay.
And he's a follow-through guy, so it's good to have at least one of them on the team.
Thanks, Ben.
And speaking of Palermo's, the BOGO boys right here, Gabe. I mean, the BOGO boys.
Love me a BOGO.
Buy one, get one, Screamin' Sicilian, and that's something to scream about. So stop by your local Pick and Save or Metro Market store to pick up Screamin' Sicilian Originals. Buy one, get one. That's an incredible deal. An incredible BOGO on Screamin' Sicilian favorites. April 16th, starting tomorrow through the 22nd at your local Pick and Save and Metro Market stores. Taste what all the screaming is about. And as Gabe knows, there's a pizza for every situation. It's not just the Screamin' Sicilian.
Well, but just within Screamin' Sicilian.
They do
think
have
about how many.
something.
I mean, just all that. What's everybody's favorite Screamin' Sicilian? I mean, because you've got tavern style, you've got the regular crust, you've got stuffed crusts.
Detroit style.
Detroit style.
Love the Detroit style.
I'm big on the tavern style right now.
Oh,
I just
you
had
get
one
that
of those.
crust
Yeah,
like
it's good.
real good. Yeah,
Been one.
the Detroit style is super underrated. If you're not familiar,
It's
you think it's
very
going to be too heavy. It's not. They found a way to make that crust really light and airy.
How do you make a frozen pizza light and airy on Detroit? Like, it's fascinating. Every time I have it, I'm like, how is this going to work out?
It's Palermo's, baby. They know how to do it.
They've been doing this for 60 years, Ben. They know what they're doing.
They sure have. Real quick, would you be okay if the Packers drafted a offensive lineman in the first round?
So I heard you guys talking about this with Tausch.
Come on now, Gabe. You're logical. You're logical.
I would be upset because for whatever reason, they don't seem to like what they have at left tackle. Like they keep trying to throw him and keep throwing Rasheed Walker into competition after competition. All the dude does is win every competition, whether it was with Yosh Nijman, whether it was with Josh Morgan. He continues to come out on top of every competition that he's in. But clearly the Packers think they can do better there, and I can't imagine he's going to be back at left tackle. It wouldn't be shocking if somebody fell to them if they just picked up what they think is going to be their left tackle of the future.
Well, one more before we let you go from Ernie in a Barn on the Carbless Talk and text line. Do we really want Kyle to reproduce? Get him waxed!
Ernie, I'll have you know, Lord willing, there's going to be
Gabe, don't go anywhere. Josh and Kenosha on the Carbless Talk and text line. I love the ideation here. Josh, what do you got?
Hey, so not sure what dollar amount you guys would put, but if you reach a certain goal, how about the four of you, including Strofe, go skydiving?
Oh,
Kyle?
You're trying to kill me.
boy.
That's what you're trying to do? You're trying to kill me? All of a sudden, give him the one where the string don't work. And I'm just
You think that's a thing? What, you think it's like a cartoon where you pull it out and a tire comes out instead of the parachute?
Like I told her about my jewels, I ain't going to be the first one to find out.
But the thing is, Kyle, if you know anything about skydiving, the first time you go, you can't go by yourf.
You're with somebody.
It has to be a
so they would be
tandem
sacrificing themselves
No,
too.
He's going to unhook me. Let me fly. Deed is done.
More next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
DKB, they get all my love, all my energy, and all my time. I'll be danged if GKB and Craig not going to allow me to take my half an hour boo-boo. If I need to do that, they need to allow me to do that.
That's your whole lunch break.
I don't even take a lunch break. I work during lunch.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Westbound 94, we've got an issue at about 25th Street. The right lane is blocked with a broken down vehicle. So, big delays coming out of the Marquette. But those delays continue all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. So, keep that in mind. Northbound 43, backing up right around Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up to Keefe. Southbound side's heavy right through the Marquette down and over the high-rise bridge. Southbound on 41, we've got some backups from Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, clearing skies, cool with a low of 32 at the lake, 26 inland. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 48 at the lakefront, 55 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
There's a winning magic powering up at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This April, prepare for an exciting quest to $300,000 in the Enchanted Spins slot tournament. Just conjure your rewards card and play slots to earn drawing entries. Each Thursday, 60 winners will compete for thousands in cash and prizes. Let your journey begin with Enchanted Spins, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Some road trips are about the journey, others are where they take you. And sometimes, the best destinations are just across the Wisconsin border. There you'll find Higher Love stands out with the largest selection of products at an unbeatable value, making every trip worth it. Less than an hour from Green Bay and just over 2 from Milwaukee, Higher Love in Menominee is closer than you think. Come see why they are voted best in Michigan. Also find them in Ironwood or any of their 9 UP locations. Start your trip at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Ever notice how wine enthusiasts often speak a completely different language? And while that language may technically be English, to most people it's anything but. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor, where we stock over 8,000 varieties of wine and speak many dialects of wine English to help everyone, from the wine novice to the master sommelier. So if you need an expert recommendation for wine, or maybe you know what you want and simply need help locating it, our experienced staff has got your back. No matter the budget, occasion, or your level of wine expertise, Discount Liquor will make you feel at home. Discount Liquor, unmatched selection, everyday low prices, a helpful staff, and 2 convenient locations. In Milwaukee on 51st and Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow and Maine.
Discount Liquor.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, no limit. Pay no interest until 2030, plus $500 off your home improvement project. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
This is Kyle Broston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is
Strong body, strong mind, with a strong community. That's what you get with the Princeton Club, whether it's the Madison locations or New Berlin, the Milwaukee area. They have something for everyone, and the best part is free childcare with the membership. Think about joining a wonderful club that's clean, that has everything for you. You drop the kids off, they're taken care of, and you can get a great workout in. They literally provide you everything you need to have success, whatever your goal is. No goal is too small, no goal is too big. Just stop in and get a tour and find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. Now, we've been talking a lot about the wide receiver group, whether you think they should draft a wide receiver in the first round, what do you think it's likely or not. But ultimately, there's one person that I think will matter more than whoever's drafted or not drafted this coming year in the success of this offense. We talked about the offensive line. We talked about Josh Jacobs. But what can Jordan Love do in year 3? And I want to know, 800-990-3776, has Jordan Love shown more potential or is he showing more production?
To me, it's absolutely production. I mean, he has the potential for sure, but I mean, production, what are we talking about here? We're going to discount what he's done in 2 years as a starter. First of all, 2 playoff appearances. That's what matters most. But I mean, even if you include that rough start in 2023, he ended on an MVP-like pace in 2023. But even last year, we had high expectations for him being a franchise quarterback. But guys, he was 5th in QBR last year. 5th of all the quarterbacks in the NFL. And yes, those interceptions were too high at 11, but 25 touchdown passes, and he was able to clean it up a little bit toward the end there. So I just look at it and say he has done enough to where, QBR is a cumulative stat of quarterback stats. So there's few better things to point at to say, how does he stack up to the rest of the NFL? 5th in QBR is pretty good. So to me, you don't get paid based on only production, or potential. The production is there. We've seen it. Now, it's not enough to be a Super Bowl type quarterback. We need to see it more often, not just week in and week out, where it's like, what kind of Jordan Love are we going to get? But he has enough production to show me that he is the franchise quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. The only question I have left is, can he be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL? We haven't seen that, but he certainly has been productive.
Yeah, see, my thing with this, which may surprise a lot of people, because I'm a big Jordan Love stan, but I think it's been a lot of potential, right? We have not seen the production that we truly need from Jordan Love at this point. Has he been good? Yes. But until I see Jordan Love reach the level that we expect him to be, then right now we're still talking about he potentially can get to this level. He can potentially be better. He still has some inconsistencies. We saw with the turnovers that he had early in the season. He cleaned it up, which I absolutely love about Jordan Love. If he has a problem, he addresses it. But overall, until Jordan Love has more consistency throughout the football season, I can just keep on saying that this is all potential. He has not reached where he's going to go, so until that moment, he is still just potential. Completion percentage has to be up, right? He had to be better, more consistent with throwing the football, especially the deep ball. I love me some Jordan Love, but some of those deep balls still got a wobbly duck to him, right? And so he has to clean those things up in order for him to get to the next level. So right now, he has shown us potential, but I need to see a little bit more production on a consistent level from Jordan Love.
Yeah, I lean towards potential mostly because of what Brad was saying. Like, you have to take it holistically, right? And did he have great production at the end of 2023? Did he have good production during 2024? Yes, but there was some things like the pick six, or I think there was 2 that were very alarming last year, or I guess like a couple throws that you're like,
a very bad decision
making. And I think for me, if there's consistent production, right, like not the ups and the downs and the ebbs and the flows, if he can in year 3 put it all together and have that consistent production, that's when I would say it's not based off potential. It's hard because if we were saying Jordan Love is all based on production, we wouldn't be as nitpicky in trying to get him as many weapons as possible, right? Like, I think the drops are a case for him in terms of
drops
of helping the production.
That helps that completion percentage be so low.
It does.
It absolutely really does. But it's still all part of the full story, and he's got to be able to find a way to connect with the receivers and Matt LaFleur to be on the same page. As Jason said, this is a pivotal year. Jason Wilde, this is a pivotal year for Jordan Love after 2 years of being a starter, having a lot of the same wide receivers and Tucker Kraft, who could potentially emerge into a solid safety blanket. More than that as well, in terms of being a real threat as a pass catcher consistently. I think I have to go potential until I see consistent production over those 17 games.
And it's no knock on Jordan Love,
yeah,
Brad.
For sure. But if we remember the season last year, it was like 5 passes per game. In the early part of the year, that it's like, oh boy, what was that? So 5 passes as compared to the 30 that he would complete. That was he finished even after missing 2.5 games, he was still 11th in touchdown passes. Hey. He was so productive in most of his performances, even on an individual game basis. It's like 5 passes you'd like back.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and argue and say that he wasn't productive, but again, I still need to see more. I'm very bullish on Jordan Love, and I have a high ceiling for Jordan Love, and I still think there's some things that he needs to notch off on the expectation list here for me able to say, yep, now he's fully living up to his potential. Until you are not a project, until you are still not trying to get to your point, I'm going to say he is potential. And the production will come. At a high level, it will definitely come. But I need to have consistent production on a 17-game season, and I need for Jordan Love to stay healthy as well during that time. I need for Jordan Love not to have an issue with turnovers. I need Jordan Love not to have an issue with health. I need for Jordan Love to show me that he can be a consistent quarterback throughout a whole season. And we'll see it hopefully this year.
There's no potential. It's all production. It's all high-quality production. I can tell you because I was at home and the hidden screens are in, especially as this weather is turning. It's so nice to be able to open up the windows now and not just have, no screens. when I lift my window up, the screen goes up with it. And then when you push the window down, the screen goes down and hides. So in the exterior of my home, nobody sees the screen. They just see the beautiful Pella windows and doors of Wisconsin that I got on my entire first floor. I also love my front door. I know it sounds crazy. Oh, you love your front door? Yeah, I do, because I could barely open the one before. And then I got a high-quality Pella window and door from Gina Della, Joe Franco, the entire install team. It's been top-notch from the beginning.
Beauty meets practicality. That is Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. You will be satisfied when you have the final product, because they can match anything. Style, color, craftsmanship, whatever, Pella Windows and Doors will be able to match it and deliver to the highest satisfaction. And there are always deals to be had. And no better right now than some low interest and no interest financing options, or free glass upgrades. So you can sort of choose your path on how your Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin can best satisfy you and your budget. But you got to end quick. April 30th is when it's up. So maybe that tax refund might be a good way to start looking at that project. Do not delay any longer. PellaWI.com for more information.
More production or potential? What have you seen out of Jordan Love? 800-990-3776. Chef Ed actually agrees with you for once, Kyle. What do you say?
Chef Ed.
Next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
When I'm, again, doing the Pack Arena, and as a shareholder, when I'm sizing up my ring,
right now.
1 packer, 2 packer, 3 packer arena.
Hey. On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance. World-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
She's different and special and loaded with personality.
And there's one more thing, but you can't explain it in words. She's the one.
She's the one.
The one. You know it.
Your friends know it.
The whole world knows it. We curated a special selection of engagement rings for her.
Can you guess what we call it?
We call it the One Collection by Kessler's. Because these engagement rings are different.
And special.
And loaded with personality. And one more thing. But you can't explain it in words.
Engagement rings in the One Collection start at just $725.
But some of them are more. A lot more.
But we've got you covered.
First, we have 12 months financing at 0%. Or second, we have 36 months financing at 9.99%, both with approved credit.
Third, we have second chance financing if you need someone to give you a second chance.
And don't forget the Kessler's warranty. The strongest warranty of any jewelry store in the world.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens. Anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Go to rawhide.org/donate and help them realize a brighter future today.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
How do you look at Kevin Durant as the athlete, there's no argument he's one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
Yeah.
But what is his legacy currently going into 18, 19 years in the league or whatever it is?
It's complicated, for sure. It's definitely complicated because you can acknowledge the talent. You can acknowledge his accomplishments, obviously, finals MVP. We know what Kevin Durant can be. We've seen it. You know what's funny about this, though? I don't view this situation in any way, shape, or form like I view Brooklyn when it comes to Kevin Durant. I'm almost blaming Matt Ishbia more for the situation in Phoenix than I am Kevin Durant, which I don't think is like a hot take or anything. But I don't know if what is happening in Phoenix is going to, quote unquote, taint his legacy or shape the way that we view Kevin Durant, as much as we're just going to look at Matt Ishbia being temperamental, over-involved. It's giving me David Tepper vibes.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news and stats to placing bets in just a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code JOEQ to get started today. That's JOEQ, JOEQ. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away.
Has Jordan Love shown more potential or production? You let us know on the Carbless Talk and Text line 800-990-3776. We're just talking about home furnishing and the break amongst each other. And you can get that with IKEA. Great home furnishing solutions for every stage of your life. Starting out, looking to furnish a dorm room, a first apartment, IKEA's got you covered. A first home, living with children, right here. Looking to expand and fill that home? That's where I go to IKEA for. A remodel? They can help you with that too. They are there for you in every stage. IKEA family, you can join that. Free to join, provides access to special sales and savings throughout the store, early insight on upcoming sales, 90-day price per section, access to the buyback and resell program. Been in there. Really nice. Free coffee and tea in the restaurant. You get it all with IKEA. Check it out. Kyle Wallace, once again, did not follow through completely with his Brazilian wax. Didn't go all the way in Lake Michigan. Brad Nortman, we're going to get you a part of the next fundraising incentive.
As long as I'm part of the negotiation,
I think Brad should get a face tattoo.
That's next option.
So you wouldn't have done the Brazilian wax with us?
You would have got through it.
I probably would have done it.
Now you say
I probably would have done it.
Brad's a man of the people.
Yeah, I probably would have done it. I would have had a little of the same hesitancy as you, Kyle, but I would have done it.
Yeah, you would have protected your family jewels.
I would have done it, though, for sure.
So you wouldn't have followed through completely either. How are we supposed to get people to donate when I got two buffoons?
I don't know. Let's ask them to donate to a good cause.
They're doing it, but we're able to get them to go more money to see us do certain things.
Oh, yeah. We got to incentivize this.
Do you not realize how this works?
My mom.
We have a connection with.
Look.
Stop.
What you mean? Stop.
I do not
want
to
YouTube,
look.
They can see it.
And I don't even want to see your stomach.
No one's asking for that.
Wrong? It's getting flatter right now. I'm losing weight. It's sexy, is it not?
I saw you eat buffalo dip chips and honey mustard chips.
I burned it off.
Still disturbing.
Very.
What are you burning it off with? You getting ready for that race?
I'm working out.
Yeah, not going to follow through the race with Strofe either. The Damn Sports Show in Beaver Dam next. Jim, Matt, and Molly in Madison. We're right here on 94.5 ESPN and streaming on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee in just 2 short minutes.
Sell out with me, oh yeah, sell out.
We've got some trouble on